On this week's episode, we recap 2024.
We're going to recap our vision board, see if we actually did those New Year's resolutions from last New Year's, and tell you all of our memories from the year.
So, stick around. This week's episode of Rare with Flair has been sponsored by Aira.
If you're planning on doing some Boxing Week shopping at Walmart, now is the perfect time to try Aira.
The visual interpreting app is being offered for free at all Walmart stores across the country and for online shopping at walmart.com. You can connect with a visual interpreter on demand who can use your phone's camera to assist with any tasks you'd like.
Walmart shoppers who have been using Aira this holiday season have been sharing awesome stories about shopping more independently, gaining more information about products, and enjoying a more engaging and efficient experience.
To get started, just download the apps in the Apple app or Google Play Store. Tap a button and connect with a professional visual interpreter. That's Aira, A-I-R-A.
Hello and welcome to Rare with Flair,
the podcast where two best friends with the same rare disease are living our best lives. I'm your host, Cassandra.
And I'm your host, Casey.
Oh my gosh, it's the end of the year.
Yes, I don't know how we're already here, but if you're listening to this, it is also Christmas Eve when you're listening to this.
Wow, it's so exciting.
So Merry Christmas Eve to all who celebrate. I believe Hanukkah also starts on either Christmas Eve or Christmas Day this year.
Oh, wow.
It rarely falls on the same day.
That's so funny. There was like Halloween this year that was lined up directly with Diwali. And it was so funny because at work, there are a lot of people who celebrate Diwali at work, and they usually have like a Diwali celebration where people come and are dressed in like the cultural clothes. But like they also were having like the Halloween costume parade. Like it was cute.
Oh my
it was so much happening at once.
That's a lot happening. But we hope wherever you are nice and cozy, having a good time with your friends or family. We hope you're shopping using Aira at Walmart. That's sure. Thanks again to Aira for sponsoring this app. And you'll be hearing from them one more time at the end of this ep as well, so stick around to the end, and we'll be telling you a little bit more about what you can do for Boxing Day, your purchases after Christmas Day on the 26th. So
gotta save that moolah. Get those gifts after Christmas.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Do you have to do any last-minute shopping? Are you ready for Christmas?
I think I'm good. I actually think I'm really... okay, I think there might be like one other thing that I want to get that's not like a gift, but more like an experience gift.
Okay.
But I'm having some friends over the day after we're recording this episode, and we're gonna wrap Christmas gifts. Like we're having a little present wrapping party with like hot chocolate, and we might watch that terrible Netflix movie, Hot Frosty.
I want to watch it. I almost watched it last night with a friend, but she had already seen it, so we watched something else. But I would love to watch it. And you and I also want to watch.
Oh my gosh.
We've got to do this.
Yes.
We've got to do it soon because Christmas is here.
We do, and then we'll have to report back on the pod. So last year, Hallmark made a Hallmark movie, Christmas themed, about a guy getting a guide dog for Christmas, like a blind
man.
I'm
pretty sure he falls in love with the trainer, the guide dog trainer.
It's simply too much, and it sounds terrible.
Incredible. You mean incredible?
Amazing.
Say incredible?
Amazing. It sounds like
amazing.
True cinema. I heard that like in the trailer for this movie, when he's using the guide harness, he's like holding it in the wrong spot. It sounds awesome.
He absolutely is, and I can't wait. We really do in the next few days got to get that done because Christmas is nigh.
Truly.
And when you're listening to this, it literally is Christmas, but we record a week early.
Nigh. But yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Thrilling. So we will have done this by the time this episode comes out, hopefully, and we will report back on our first episode of the new year and tell you guys how amazing this movie is.
Oh, can't wait. If you, or do you have anything else to say before we jump in? I don't want to, rush.
Oh my gosh, guys. Oh my gosh, yes, guys.
Are you gonna say what I think you're gonna say? Oh.
No, I'm not, but I will say something else that is also exciting. Oh my gosh, guys. I went to the Eras tour before it ended.
You literally did.
Okay. You guys, this is so monumental, and I have to talk about it very briefly because
gosh, please.
Okay.
I can't believe I forgot to even mention it.
No, I mean, I feel like so many things have happened.
So many things have happened. So many things have happened to the point where I was confused on what thing you were even about to say.
Yeah. No, guys, it's so wild. So I have to first acknowledge that I would never have gone to the Eras tour if it wasn't for my very best friend Casey, who made me a Swiftie.
Wow, and this is gonna make me cry.
And like, I remember like, after Folklore came out, and I was just like, what is the deal with Taylor Swift? And like, you made just like a really rational case, and I did. It's so funny and great, and behind the scenes, Casey went to the beginning of the Eras tour.
I did.
I heard someone behind me on the plane because it was in Vancouver. I'll get to that, but I heard someone behind me on the plane say like, "Oh, I saw it at the beginning of the tour while Taylor was still with Joe," which like, if you don't care about Taylor Swift, this means nothing to you. And that's when you saw it too, right? I think.
Actually, mine was Maddie Healy era.
Maddie Healy. Oh no.
Maddie was there at my show.
Oh my. My.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Not Travis.
Not Travis, but Maddie Healy. And and they were like, the other person they were talking to was like, wow, yeah, that's like an entirely different tour. And it literally truly
a different lifetime. Yeah, oh, definitely. She's come out with another album since then.
So. About Maddie Healy.
About Maddie Healy and Joe. Right, exactly.
And like, my mom and I really, really wanted to go. The abridged version of the story is that we had tried many times. I have a lot of useless knowledge about how Ticketmaster works now. And we tried for Indianapolis when she was here. We tried for Cincinnati earlier than that, but we tried for Toronto and it just wasn't working out. And then for Vancouver, which we did not think we were going to be able to make because we were going to be visiting family in Puerto Rico. It happened. And I saw that I was like number 25 in a ticket queue, which was
insane.
Like, honestly, truly impossible. And it was crazy, you guys. It was so nuts, and I have no words. It was spectacular, and I cried so much.
I was watching the live stream, and I had like 101.5 like fever during. It was like a fever dream, really, truly.
An
active
I was like watching
fever
the live.
I was like actively fevering, and I was like shaking under the covers, and I had the live stream on. I was like half in and out of not consciousness, but in and out of sleep, you know. And and I watched the live stream like as she was watching it, so I felt like I was there in spirit, and it was the most. It
was so great. And my gosh, Taylor was at her A game. It was the last Friday of the Eras tour ever, so like the Friday of Vancouver, and it was kind of a fever dream for us too, because we like flew and then we saw the show and then we like immediately went to the airport basically to do it all in reverse. But it was so worth it, guys. Like
I'm so happy for you. We literally prayed about it and felt kind of guilty for even praying, like, God, can you let Cass go to the Eras tour? But our prayers were truly answered. It
was wild. And I have, like...
being funny.
Oh my gosh, no, you're so right. And, like, I have... I bought a poster. I knew that was kind of, like, the merch that I wanted. Because I have...
Yes.
I have 4... just like music related posters in my bedroom that I record this show in, And I have a Half Alive one. I have a couple Death Cab for Cutie ones. And I had one that I was looking to, like, swap out anyway. And, like, I'm looking at it right now, the Vancouver Eras Tour poster, and...
It's a beautiful poster.
It makes me so happy, and memory. I'm so glad that you got me in this. I'm so glad I drank the Kool-Aid.
I'm so glad. I am so glad. Like, it has been a joy. It's been so fun to talk about it with you and to... Yeah, it's been so fun. I mean, we listened to TTPD together when it came out. Like I know. I felt like I got to have so many memories of that, even while like listening to it live. Mm-hmm, oh my gosh, so incredible! You always remember the first time you heard the songs. Yeah, so it's cool.
So really amazing! Cool. Wow,
cool way to end the year.
Thank you so much for changing my life.
You are very welcome. Always happy to help.
Oh, do you have anything to report?
No, but I am excited because if any of you listened to our vision board episode at the beginning of 2024, which literally feels like yesterday to me.
I can't believe it. We're at the
even
end
though
of the
a
year.
whole lifetime of things have also happened in between then and now. Yeah, we're here to let you know, did we accomplish the goals we had set for ourselves? And we're just going to, like, give a recap of our year, which we love doing every year. And it's like a time capsule for us because now we've done it, like, 4 years. And also, tune in for our next episode because we're going to be making our 2025 boards next time. And I'm really excited for that.
Yeah.
Too, so,
and yeah, I have a pretty stellar announcement the next episode.
Yeah, you are underselling it, my friend. It's a huge stellar announcement, and that's what I thought she was going to say here, but I'm glad you're saving it because I feel like it really will be your 2025 announcement.
It feels really right to put in, like, you know, I think it'll be vision board related as well. It'll happen, but you guys will just have to wait and see. Oh my gosh. Do you want to kick us off? Tell us one of the things that was on your vision board.
Okay, I'm just going to start randomly here. I have a picture of a girl meditating. I meditated like every single day for the first probably 5 months of this year and then completely stopped.
I respect that.
Funny. It's kind of funny how some of these goals I did through the whole year, some of them I didn't do at all, and some of them I did partially. So that is we're going to be very truthful on this episode and tell you exactly how this went down. And I enjoyed meditating, but I don't know if I saw like a ton of benefits from it either. So I've stopped for now, but maybe I'll pick it up again one day.
That's fun.
That's my first one.
That's good. I'm glad. I respect that. Let's see. So one of my goals, I had a picture of like just some weights and weight equipment, and I had wanted to go to a gym and make it a regular part of my life and work out more and just move my body. I started a gym membership like right at the beginning of this year. And you know what? I did. Unfortunately, I would have liked to go more. I was pretty consistent about it though. There were just times where I was traveling or like was sick and understandably could not go. I was visiting family in Puerto Rico.
Hobby. I mean, not hobby, but I would say you kept that goal up all year though. Like you went a lot and you got really strong.
I did. It's you know what? It was awesome, and I'm so excited to continue doing that moving forward because it has been so much fun. I was just saying, I was visiting family last week, and I had a dream that I went to the gym. Like that was the dream.
That's so funny. That's so funny.
And I was like, man, I can't wait to go home so I can go to the gym. Like,
yeah, you're like, since when do I say that? Yeah,
it's so awesome. Like, I'm so happy that. Like that happened this year and that like it wasn't just like a one and done type thing.
Yeah, me too. I think it's been awesome. To kind of go off of that, since some of ours are similar, I have this one is going to be a multiple parter real quick because I have a picture of a girl in a yoga pose and I put little words underneath some of these. So it says overall health, and parentheses, no reflux was like a goal because I was having a lot of reflux issues. So I want to talk about a few different things here. First of all, I think it's funny that this woman in the picture is in a yoga pose because I actually started doing yoga this year. And I have, unfortunately, I've kind of stopped recently because it doesn't fit with my schedule very well anymore. But I did yoga pretty consistently for about like 5 months and I loved it. And it was something I didn't expect when I put this picture on my vision board. So I find that really funny when that happens. And also, since I put overall health, I have been running, and that was part of, I just wanted to like exercise more, and I've been running. I'm going to do a 5K hopefully in January. And, so that's been really cool. But then also I put no reflux. I was having a lot of reflux, and, I was in a really bad, it was kind of debilitating. And the first, like, I don't know, 5-6 months of the year, it's kind of a blur because I was really focused on trying to get that under control and going to a ton of different doctors. Almost had surgery. I'm not going to get into all of it, but it was really like, it wasn't a great first half of the year for me because of that. It was honestly a lot. It was kind of a lot, but I wouldn't say I have no reflux now, but it's a lot better than it was. So I'll take that as a win. And I'm not going to get into why it's better. I did a lot of different things, but I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but yeah.
I think it's cool too. 'Cause like you started running in the end of July and
yeah.
I think when you made this vision board, you absolutely would not have thought that would be something that would have ever happened.
No. Never, ever, 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 ever would I have thought I'd be running. Never.
And that's just cool. So, that's just cool.
Yeah, no, it is. I agree. And vision board, you never know subconsciously.
And about your reflux, like it really was so bad for
so bad. Oh my God. So long.
Months. And like, you know, there was going to be more of like a more, I guess, invasive procedure, and it didn't work out for whatever reason. And like, and like, I'm just so happy that it's improved like so much. It's not gone, but it has improved so much that like you have so much of a better quality of life, and that like just makes me so happy as your friend that like you're not in like a lot of constant pain.
Yeah, and it wasn't even like it was like the constant pain was bad, but also just, I mean, you understand this, the constant medical. I felt like I was at a doctor like 4 times. I had so many terrible tests I had to get done, and like so many things like that. So I feel like that was also just like mentally taxing to be going through all of that, you know? So yeah, I'm glad to be in a different place for sure.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Amazing. Let's see. This is my one that I did not do as good on. I have a picture of the water flosser that I own, and I wanted to floss regularly. I feel like I go through phases with it where like I'll floss like every day for like a week and then I don't for the next 2, you know what I mean? So I didn't do as good on that goal as I had hoped. It's not nothing, but it wasn't as frequent. So better luck next year.
I'll talk about one I didn't do. I have Braille on here, and I like did not do Braille. Because I got my Braille certification at the end of last year, if anybody remembers. My transcription certification. I was going to do a little more with that, and I honestly didn't, and that's fine. And I will maybe pick it up this year. Who knows?
Yeah. Hey, there are, you know, having it on your vision board doesn't always mean that it's going to happen, but I think it's good to have that as a goal and a priority, even if you don't get to it, because there are other things on our boards that we did get to. And this one I had put on my board and I knew it was a certainty, but it still happened. I graduated with my master's in May in user experience design. And I'm so happy.
Heck yeah, you did. That's so exciting. Wow, a lot has happened this year. I'm like,
I know.
Like when you said that, I was like, oh wow, yeah, that did happen.
It's wild, and like, I'm really happy that I did it. I'm really happy that it's over, because I feel like now I have so much more extra time. I did it at a time where I was kind of lonely and I really needed something to do and a goal to work toward, and it was a really good time to do that. And now I am having just more in my life in general, to the point where I'm really glad that I don't have the time that I was using on that learning and growing in a different way. But now I can devote that time to other things, which is great. And I'm also happy about that. But I'm
awesome.
I'm really proud of myself, and it was cool.
Love it. I'm proud of you too. I think that's amazing, and I'm so glad.
Thank you.
My next one is a little like microphone picture, and it says book more AD, and it has in parentheses it says a series ? So at the very end of last year, I booked my first audio description job, and I hadn't even done it yet when I like made my vision board, but I was already wanting to book more. So I ended up doing like 5 or 6 projects this year. I haven't done a lot recently. It's been more slow lately, but I'm still like on their radar and stuff. But my goal here was to do a series. I did not do a series, but I did 2 mini series. So I guess I'll like give myself that counts. Credit. By the way, I never have said this on the podcast, but if you have Peacock, I'm on a show. It's a mini series, or it's a docu-series called, oh god, what's it called? The battle for Justina Pelletier. And it's like a medical real story documentary. Anyway, if you put on your AD on Peacock, that is where you can find me, because I said I was going to tell the audience and I never did. So that happened, but yeah, I would love to like carry that on to next year, not to spoil my vision board for next year.
It's so good, you guys. Like she, she sounds like Casey, but it's like her professional voice, if you will. And it's really like, it's really, really good. Like, she doesn't write the scripts. No. She reads them.
Yeah.
But the tone of it is just, it's so well done and executed. Because I've heard some audio description. I've heard a lot of AD. I've heard some audio description that is just so flat and boring. And
so coming from you, that is nice, because I know you've heard a lot.
I listen to almost every AD I possibly can. Like if a show has it, I'm hearing it, you know?
Yeah, totally.
No. I had a professional goal that was very loose. And it was a picture of kind of looks like an interview with some papers taped up behind, and I had written user research plus accessibility. And what that means is basically like user research is a kind of a subdiscipline of like cognitive psychology and user experience, where, you ask people a lot of questions, or maybe you have them try and use a product and see what they like, what they don't like, where their roadblocks are. And I wanted to do more of that related to accessibility. I didn't really do that, but I did explore a potential career move that I'm not taking, which is why I'm talking about it. But there seems to be like maybe more opportunities at work to be able to collaborate with folks, since I know a lot about accessibility and I work in that field, and I have for many years now. So I think that the possibility still exists, and even if I continue in my current role, because I really just really like my job.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to leave. So, I just want the opportunity to at least collaborate more with folks that are involved in that. And I think it's exciting to at least see that the possibility exists.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that one. My next one is a picture of a Kindle. I just wanted to continue reading, and I sure did. And I'm ashamed to say I'm at 97 books, but I'm almost done with 2, so it's going to be 100 this year again.
It's so funny, because last year Casey read 100 books, and she was like,
I'm never doing that again.
So here's the difference in her words, right? Like, last year you wanted to read 100 books. This year you happened to read 100.
It's true. Yeah, last year when I got to like 95, I like pushed it to like make sure I could like say I read 100. Whereas this year I was like, if it happens, it happens. But I'm not gonna like push it. I'm gonna like take my time. I'm not gonna rush. And yeah, I think it's gonna happen. But I'm also still not gonna push it. If I get to 99, then I get to 99. But
sure.
I don't know. We'll see. I think it will be though, because
that's so impressive.
It's just the way I use my free time, really, is mostly what it is.
That's great. I watch like so much TV. It's so funny, but I had a goal. Also, I have a picture of a book, and I wanted to read one book per month, aka I wanted to read 12 books this year. Yes. And I figured it wasn't going to be exactly one book per month. I just wanted to read 12 books this year. And at this current moment, I have read 9, and I'm reading one right now, number 10. That I should finish soon. So I likely will hit it at the end of the year, kind of just coming in to the end of the year. But I'm excited. I mean, even if I'm like finish it maybe January 2nd, I'm still going to count it.
Yeah, I mean, that still counts. And you've read a wide range of different things, which is fun, I think. You've read some fiction, some some romance, some mysteries. You've read like a good mix. Yeah.
No, it's been super fun, and I have really enjoyed getting to read just a wide variety of different books, and it's been really fun to do. I like doing it at the gym if I'm like lifting, or if while I'm cleaning my house maybe, or especially on a plane. So it's been fun to incorporate that more intentionally in my life. So I'll probably continue to do that next year.
Nice. I have A Girl Praying, and that was just kind of a reminder to just try to keep my faith. I try to keep my faith important in my life, and so I wouldn't say like, oh, in 2024 I was praying a lot more than normal, but it's more just a reminder, to have on there than like a set goal of like, so yeah.
Yeah, I had also talked about that on our vision board episode about wanting to, be more intentional about my faith. And I've done this Bible study for a number of years, but this year I decided to do it in person. So this is more in the latter half of the year. But I started doing it in person, and it has been really, really good doing it in person. I did it on Zoom previously, and I feel like I really have been pretty much caught up. Like, I think at this point in years past, like I was like behind, or I had skipped one, or, I feel like I've stayed pretty consistent with it, which has been really great. And I feel like it's helping me grow a lot spiritually. So I'm really glad for that as well.
I feel the same about my Bible study idea. I feel like it helps me grow as well. So I'm grateful for that.
So good.
I have like in the middle of my board, my word was courage, and I have like a picture of a guy, and it's like on one side it says risk, and on the other side it says safe.
Wow.
And he's like trying to choose. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is such a good description of how you were this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
I was trying to take some risks, and I did. Some of them ended better than others, but I still took risks.
No, she seriously did. Like, especially toward the second half of the year.
Yeah.
Casey
if you
did
heard our
so
last
many.
episode,
Yeah.
Go check out our last episode to hear about some of the things I was doing at the end of the year.
But like, seriously, like Casey really like put herself out there and tried lots of new things, including like 5K, and even like you dyed your hair ginger, and like you've done so many different things that I don't think you would have expected out of yourself.
Yeah.
That I'm like, I think that's so great, and have all of them worked? Yeah, with varying levels of success, but that's how it is. Like, that's how life is.
Oh, no, that's what the risk is, right?
That is. Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me see. I'm like trying to pick which one I want to talk about. I had a picture of some people, and I had talked about wanting to grow my community, and I think this year has actually that's been one of my biggest successes this year.
100%.
Like it, I've like prayed for community for a long time, and just really finding a group that I felt like I really clicked with. And this year, through like a friend that I knew who was pretty well connected, I got connected with a pretty large group of people. And it was like really amazing. And I got to know so many different people. And at this point, I feel like I have people that I can like rely on and who can like be there and support me. And that's honestly something I didn't really have a lot of before. So just to have that now has been like maybe probably the biggest blessing of this entire year. I don't know.
Oh,
it's been amazing.
Well, you were just saying that, like, the one I just read off about the risk and safe thing, you were like, that really fits with your year. And I'm like, that goal that you just said, though, like, totally I saw that happen for you this year. Like, completely that came to fruition. Like, 100%. Like, you set that goal. And even in years prior, you've, like, had that desire, and so have I. We've talked about that, of finding community. But, like, this year, it, like, when it came in abundance. Like, and it was amazing. And I'm so glad. It's cool to, like, hear now that you have that on your board, because I had forgotten. And it's cool because it really happened. Like, truly, it happened for you.
It so did. It so did. And I'm, like, so grateful because, dang, it's really hard to find people as an adult, you know?
It is.
Like,
it is. Yeah.
Wow.
It is. So that's awesome. I have a few quick other things. I had, like, a picture of, like, a no symbol over, like, screen time and shopping. Kind of, not that I have an issue with either of those, but just kind of as a reminder that I want to use my time wisely and my money wisely. And I actually think I did a pretty decent job. And I just, that's one that I kind of carry and continue on with a lot of my vision boards. Like, I have a few things on vision boards that just kind of are always there, of goals that I have. So yeah, not much more to say about that, but yeah.
I had the word, so I didn't mention this on our vision board episode, or at the beginning of the year, but I feel like it's not like that big of a thing. I probably mention it. I had the word hinge. I wanted to try dating apps. And you know what, guys? I did. And I went on a lot of dates this year. And I'm still going on dates. And I'm talking to people. And I think it's been overall like a good experience, and I'm really glad that I did it. And I've been like putting myself out there and just meeting different folks, and it's been good. And I'm really proud of myself for doing it.
I'm really glad that you did it, and you've had mostly really good experiences, I think. And yeah, some funny stories, of course, like everyone's gonna have. Of course,
but you have to.
Like, overall, it's been positive, and you've had a great attitude, and like, you know, like, and by that I mean, like, you are pretty fearless. You just like go on a lot of dates, and you know, like, I admire that about you. That
thanks.
I do. I think like you have a confidence about you, and you're just like, yeah, let's do it. Let's have fun, because your wing 7 of your Enneagram is very much just like, yeah, dating, let's make it a fun thing. And like, for me, like, a lot of times dating does not feel fun because it like stresses me out. And like, yeah, it's stressful for everyone at certain times, of course, and everyone needs their breaks and blah,
for sure.
Blah, blah. But I'm glad you dove in this year, because you hadn't really done the apps before, and it was fun to watch, and it was fun to talk to you about it, because I've been doing them for ever. And so on and off. But like, it's fun to like get to relate to you on that, because since you weren't doing it prior, like you could only hear my stories, and now we both have stories to be like, oh, I'm talking to this person, you know.
Yeah.
So, anyway,
I know,
and
it feels like it feels like something to do in your, you know, I'm in my late 20s. Like, it's something that I think I had always seen myself doing in my late 20s. And
you're a gal out on the town.
I'm out on the town. I'm a cosmopolitan girl.
You're a cosmopolitan girl. You're out on the town. And like, and when you put it on your vision board, like, you really did it. Like, I would say that goal was reached, because you really, you did it, you know? You totally did. You went for it. And I kind of like that you started in January. It was very much like a fresh start. Here we go. Like, starting.
Yes, I joined the app on New Year's Eve.
That's so funny. I forgot it was on New Year's Eve. Yeah. So there you go.
There you go. Let's see. Do you have anything? I have like two other things.
My very last one, I didn't say this one on the one last year either, but I can say it is not that big of a deal. I had a picture.
Right.
I had a picture of an apartment. I was thinking about moving, and I won't get into all of it. It didn't really pan out, and I think it's for the best. I'm glad to be where I am, but I was like toying with that idea, and sometimes when I get an idea, I get like excited about it, and I like put it on my board, and then nah. But
that's okay.
But yeah, that's my last thing. So go ahead and you can go ahead.
I had a couple other things. I had let's see. I had a picture of a really pretty fruit tart, and then I had said that I wanted to try and turn a profit with my home baking business this year, and I did.
You did, girl!
And I feel like it was so fun because I got to do, especially like doing the tart making workshops. That was something that I never thought I would have done when I started this business
that was
last year.
That was an unexpected surprise.
It was so fun, and it was actually maybe the most profitable part of the business this year. I was working with a cafe for a long time, and in August they changed management, and I no longer sell there anymore. And now I mostly just do commissions, and it's fun and exciting because I still get to bake, but now kind of whenever it's required of me and not necessarily on a rolling basis, so I can devote my time to other things like hanging out with people. But it's nice because I still get to do it, and the workshops are fun, and I'll probably continue to work with that lavender farm next year during their season and do a few workshops with them because it's just a blast. I feel like I'm doing the podcast but without Casey and we're talking about cooking.
That's totally it. Yeah. Oh, that's like, I know you have another one, but like going through these, like, I didn't realize I'm kind of proud of us. I didn't realize we had done so many of our goals.
We did so many things.
Look at us go. We love a vision board. Okay. Like,
oh my gosh. I know. I can't wait. Like, I've already started putting together pictures for next year.
Yeah, I'm stoked.
It's going to be really fun. But one of the last things I had on here was a picture of a dog on a beach with a party hat that says Happy Retirement. And I knew at the beginning of this year, I knew that Romana was retiring, and I really, really wanted to be intentional about celebrating that because I just remember thinking around January when I was putting this vision board together, like the first couple days of the year, I was like, if I do not make this an intentional priority, her retirement is kind of going to pass by without anything. And I wanted to make that happen. Mm-hmm. Yes. And she put in like 8 good years of really hard work where I threw in the ringer, and I didn't know a lot at 19 about what it would take, and it was trial by fire for both of us. So she deserved to be honored for all of her hard work. So threw a little party in June. 30 people came, which was a shock.
Not counting the people on Zoom.
Not counting the folks on Zoom, it was like 34 people. It was really, really sweet, and I got her a little dog cake, and I said some words. I commissioned a painting of her that hangs in my house now, like a Victorian home with it's like incredible. The masters of the house.
It's incredible, and it was a beautiful ceremony for her.
It was so fun, and thank you. And I'm so glad that you were there on Zoom. And
yeah, it was beautiful.
It was so good to honor her, and I think she's slid into retirement so both gradually, because I really slowly, since she was in good health and still is, I really slowly, I don't know, led her into retirement. And by the time that she was actually retired, and even like maybe a month after that, she was so ready for it, and she really, really loves being retired, and she sleeps all the time, and I'll still take her to the gym, so she won't really work too much, but I get her to work just a tiny little bit around the gym, and it's nice to still feel the harness in your hand. And she does still a decent job, but she's a slow girl. So especially now that she's older and she's like over 10. So I'm so proud of her and her incredible work and effort and her very unique personality. I couldn't have asked for a better first guide dog.
Oh, yeah.
And
no, she's amazing.
I love her so much. She's snoozing next to me as I'm recording and living the absolute dream.
Living the dream. I love it. That was so fun to do. I'm excited to do it for 2025.
Oh, it's so good.
But don't turn that dial. We're not quite done yet, obviously. We've got to just go through our year by season and tell you some. I mean, I feel like the vision board, we weren't really telling you like things we did. I mean, some of the things we did, but not like some memories and such. Some of our
memories. That makes me think of cats. Sorry.
Oh, yes. Sing it, girl.
Yeah. Okay, so winter. January, February, March.
January, February, March. So we'll just go back and forth. One of the things I did, I went to go visit my friend Michelle in Texas, and I met her adorable baby, Max. Aww. And he was and is so precious, and I had such a fun time seeing them and relaxing at their house. And just, you know, I've known her like my whole life, so when you're with a friend like that, it's just you don't have to put on a show. You could just be your, you know, we were like napping like at her house like with the baby, and it was really chill and
that's
really
fun.
Good. So yeah,
I did not do a whole lot in the winter of this year, at least per my camera roll. I did go on a lot of dates. So
yes.
It wasn't on my camera roll, but that is definitely one. And because I mentioned it on my vision board, when I think of the winter, I think of that. I went on like maybe 3 or 4 dates within the first 2 months of the year. Like it was pretty busy. Just because I had the time, so I was like, why not? So that's something I did. And it was fun.
You know, it's funny, when I think about being at Michelle's house in Texas, I think about you dating, because I was listening to your memos as I was getting ready in the morning, putting on my makeup, because I was in like the guest room putting on my makeup, and I played your memos about some of your dates. So I like, it's very much like the same timeline that we're talking about right here.
It's so funny.
Another thing I did in January was I recorded my first audio description job ever, and it was
Yay!
a documentary about Albert Einstein. I have yet to ever hear it because it was a Canadian thing, but it was really, really fun to do. So I have a picture of myself. I didn't post it anywhere. I just took it of myself like in the booth. So yeah.
Oh, that's so fun.
That was special.
Oh, I'm so proud of you. I remember, like, I know there were so many, like, long words and long names on that
one was
script.
the hardest
like,
one
it
I've
was
ever done.
So...
It was, yeah.
Oh, wow. Let's see. I feel like it was not bad with my health, but I had a couple of just different things. Mm-hmm. I had an infection. I had to go to the ER in March, and then I had the flu. Yeah, I get vaccinated for the flu every year, but I still got it at the end of January. So that kind of took me out of commission for a hot sec. But honestly, though, not too bad. And I feel like if there's a time to get sick, it's probably the winter.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not too bad, but still doable. I was finishing up school, and I think a lot of what I did was rather mundane. I did bake a good amount, though, because that was while I was still selling at that cafe. So I was making I made a couple flavors of tarts for January. I did coquito, which is like Puerto Rican, they call it Puerto Rican eggnog, but it's just like a coconutty, creamy, milky, cinnamony drink.
Nice.
And lemon blood orange. And then in February I did chocolate strawberry and passion fruit. And then in March I did lemon blueberry and matcha ube.
Nice.
So I just remember I think of also being in the kitchen a lot.
Yes, you
which
were.
was fun.
You were, because we were watching Adventure Time, and you were always in the kitchen.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
While we were watching it. And I have two more quick things for the winter. I started watercolor painting a good bit.
That's
and
right.
I haven't been doing it a lot lately, but that was really fun. And then my only other thing that I already mentioned during the vision board is, my health was not great. And so when I think of the winter, unfortunately, I have like pictures in my phone of like different tests I had done that I like.
So
once again, nothing I posted, but just like I take pictures for my own memories of things, you know?
Right.
So I'm like seeing those and I'm like, when I look back at it, it was like not a good time mentally or physically. But yes, moving. Are you ready to move along?
Yeah, no, I mean, I went on a work trip to California, but it was like rather uneventful. It was the first time I went to California this year. I will have more of those later.
More Californias. Yes, many more. So next spring, which is what, April, May, June?
Yep, April, May, June. Even though June feels like summer, but it's the spring.
I know what we can talk about for April.
Yes, we went to the HPS conference.
We went to the HPS conference.
And not only that, we were in Manhattan for a few days before, and we had a lot of fun.
And it was great. And we have a whole recap episode about that, about not only the conference, but also the Manhattan stuff we talk about too. So that was fun. But yes.
That was such a blast.
One of my things from these months.
I know, I was going to say that too, but it was really fun. And this is when I was starting to get more involved with community, with the folks that I got introduced to.
Yes.
This like large friend group. And I really, I went to the first event of theirs at the end of February, but around Easter, we did a few things and I made a little cake for it. I have a picture of it, which is what I'm looking at right now. I made some tarts those months. I made a vanilla latte, so like a coffee and vanilla flavored tart, and a guava. And let's see. Yeah, New York was super fun. And that's, I feel like, what I've got most pictures of. But it was fun to start getting to know folks in the little community.
This is, I'm not going to get into details necessarily, but like I said, I was supposed to have a surgery around this time and it did not happen. And that was really hard, and insurance sucks, and dealing with all of that was rough. So I have like another thing to say after this, but I don't have that many pictures of things from this time. I just was not doing anything at this time. I was kind of in a not great place. So I don't have that many pictures, when I'm looking through. I really don't.
Oh, that's so rough.
But, that's life.
I traveled a lot in the spring, personally. So number one, actually, I meant to say after the HPS conference, there was an eclipse. And we saw an eclipse, which is so nuts. I can't believe that happened this year.
Yeah, crazy.
But I went to a few places. I went to California for the second time. In May, I went to the American Thoracic Society conference that I go to with the HPS network. And that was really great, and I feel like very successful. It was in San Diego, and that was really fun, and I'm glad we got to go. And in June, I went on a little weekend trip with some friends to Red River Gorge in Kentucky, and that was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed doing that and just hanging out at an Airbnb cabin and going on some hikes. It was a good time.
Amazing. In June, I went to the beach with a few of my college friends, and we had a really great time. It was kind of to celebrate one of my friend's 30th birthdays, even though it was kind of late. It was like 6 months after her actual birthday. But we made it happen, and so we got to all see each other, and it was a very fun time, and I have some good pics from that.
That's such a blast. Some of the most important things that I mentioned on my vision board happened in this time. I finished my master's in May.
Yes.
And then Romana's retirement party was on June the 1st. So about a month apart, a little less than a month apart. We got to have these momentous occasions. I made like party invites for Romana's thing. I made a little Zoom for people who wanted to join, which Casey did, like she had mentioned earlier. And I baked some tarts for her birthday thing, because in May I made strawberry rhubarb and pistachio rose tarts, and I made some of those for her retirement, and that was really fun, and they got totally devoured. But yeah, it was an overall like really fun and rather busy time.
Yes. Anything else? Do you have anything else from those months?
No, I mean, just that, like, at the end of the month, it was my birthday, and I feel like I had a lot of fun social things around that time, which made it really extra fun. The week after my birthday actually kind of sucked. It went down in infamy as the worst week of the year, but, but you know what? It was good because it led me directly into the summer.
Yep, that's true. Which was July, August, September.
Woo.
We had a lot of fun in July at the NOAA conference. Woo. We got to sing Ms. Biz at karaoke, which was our life goal.
It truly was.
And yeah, if you want to hear all about that, we did a whole episode about that too. Yeah, and it was great. It was so fun.
It was so great.
And we went to Disneyland, which was also really fun.
And we also have an episode about that, which you can hear.
Yep.
But right before, I did a lot of traveling in the summer. Right before we went to the NOAACon, I went to Glacier National Park with my parents the literal week before, and it was amazing and incredible. And I had no cell service for days, and it was fantastic.
Amazing.
We hiked and we ate a lot of huckleberries, and it was lovely.
Lovely. In late July, I started my running journey with my dad, and I have some pictures of that on my phone, and that's been lovely. It's been, I mean, running, I don't think it'll ever be my favorite thing. Sometimes while I'm doing it, I'm like, oh, this is awful, because that's just how it feels sometimes, you know. But overall, really glad I started that journey, especially the bonding I've gotten to do with my dad, and it's been really a great thing. And I was kind of starting to feel a little healthier at this time too, which is a good memory to have.
That's so fair. In August, I did my first little no-bake tart workshop at the Lavender Farm, and that was super fun and very unexpected this year. So I'm really glad that I got to do that, and it was super great.
Amazing. I have funny pictures. I went on a fun ghost tour with my friend Ashley in, what was it, August. So that was fun. I don't have, like, too much else, I guess, from this time. But we had a great time.
I have two more things. One is that in September, my parents and I got to go to Ireland. I did a lot of traveling this year. But Ireland was lovely. We were there for a week, and the food was really great, and the people were exceptionally kind. So super fun. And I know something that happened in September.
Oh.
You came to visit me. And we have an episode about that.
Oh, sorry. I wasn't going to September. I thought we were stopping at August, but you're right. We're going to September.
July? Is it July, August, September? Yeah.
You're right. You're right. You're right. Okay. I was saving that for the next one, but you're right. Yeah, I came to visit you, and I literally think of the Ren Fair like every other day. I think of it.
It was so much fun. It was so much fun.
Ever. I mean, the whole trip was amazing. But the Ren Fair was like such a dream of mine for so long. And
I feel honored that I was able to like help you make your life dreams come true.
It was better than I ever would have. It was better than I ever would have like imagined it. But it was a really good Ren Fair too. That helped. Like it was a really good one.
It was, honestly. The Ohio Ren Fair is really great.
We got to do every single thing, and like the weather was good, and it's just like we did everything we wanted, and it wasn't too bright outside, and like we had the best time ever. And then I had the best time exploring your city and seeing your condo for the first time eating your tarts. Like, the whole thing was monumental. Truly monumental. Like, it for multiple reasons.
Fun.
Like, and I got to see your parents' house where you grew up. Like,
yes.
And we watched, like, You've Got Mail. Like, it was just, like, the best. It was the best time ever. It was
so magical. I'm, like, so glad that you came and that it happened.
We watched terrible Jimmy Neutron episodes together.
Oh, my gosh. Literally the worst
so many good food.
Jimmy Neutron episodes.
It was just the best. It was, like, the best. It was so fun.
You got to stay a little bonus day, and we got to watch more awful Jimmy Neutron episodes.
We got to hang out and watch more Jimmy Neutron, which was like a fever dream, but it was amazing. Because Jimmy was just getting worse and worse, so it was just so funny. It was so fun to watch them together, though. It was more fun.
Yes, and we could like cringe in person.
Yes, yes. It was just the best. It was the best.
Oh, so fun.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have anything else from September?
I'm scrolling. No. No.
But fall or
October.
Fall, winter. October. November, December.
I got my ears pierced in October for the third time.
That's like another cool risk you took.
Yes, that was fun, and it's gone well so far, which I'm so grateful for, because I had a lot of issues with like allergies and infections and things in the past, which is why it was the third time. But that was fun. I have a picture of my ear on my phone to remind me that I got my ears pierced on October 11th.
Amazing. Yeah, October was really fun. I feel like I did a lot.
Yeah, I did
cute, fun social things. Like I met up with a friend for coffee. Like, I'm looking at my pictures, right? I met up with a friend for coffee, and I went to a concert with a friend, and my mom and I did this cute little thing in my city, and it was a fun and busy and social month. I went out with some of my sorority sisters for Halloween, which was nice because some of them were in town and we had a good time. I think in the late summer and fall, kind of like August, September, October, I got to actually from Romana's retirement party, I got to reconnect with some of my sorority sisters that were back in the city, living now. Some of them had moved and then come back. And it was really nice to get to reconnect with them and go to different little city events. So we had a fun time on Halloween as well.
Yeah. Nice. In mid-October, I traveled over to East Tennessee for my friend Travis's wedding, and it was really, really lovely and beautiful, and a lot of my college friends were there, so I got to see a lot of them and reconnect.
That's fun.
And so that was a lot of fun. It was really beautiful weather. It was a beautiful time, and I had a great, great time. Yeah, it was great.
That's so good. Aw.
Yes, and if we're still kind of in October, if I'm just going to, like, spitball some things,
sure.
I went to, like, a fun, spooky book fair at my favorite store, Novel. I had my nephews over for our fun little, like, Halloween party I do for them. I went to, like, a pumpkin patch with my nephews, and I was with them for Halloween. So that was all really fun, too. Yeah.
That's so fun. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, it was a good time. I went to a little pumpkin festival with some of my friends and did, like, a trunk or treat with girls in my small group. Like, it was great.
Amazing.
November was a weird month for me. I'm not gonna lie. It was you know what, and I knew it was gonna be a weird month, and it still ended up being a weird month. And I don't think it was confirmation bias. Like, I don't think it was. I don't actually think that was confirmation bias.
Well, no, it was really, really bad, but then, like, two really, really good things happened at the very end of it. Like it was
That's
everything
true.
that went wrong went right before it ended.
At the
November,
very end. Yeah, it redeemed itself just before it ended.
Well, I kept saying, it's going to redeem itself, and you were like, sure. And then for a minute I thought, wow, it's really not, is it? Like,
it's really not.
This is not good. And then, literally, within a hair of a moment, it finally, everything that was bad turned around, which we don't have to get into, but
right. Because
some of it's
my gosh.
But yeah.
Well, it's fun of it. It's fun because the weekend of, like, right after Halloween was the weekend that Taylor Swift was in Indianapolis, and we were trying to get tickets. So me and a couple of my sisters, my sorority sisters, and my mom We were all really trying, and it did not pan out. But we did take the opportunity on recommendation of one of my sisters, like, hey, let's just, like, basically tailgate. Let's go to Indianapolis. Is not that far. Let's go tailgate eras at Indianapolis. So we got all dressed up and we put on our friendship bracelets and we went to Indy, and it was really, really cute. Like, I'd never seen, like, it was just really wholesome environment.
It's fun, yeah.
It was fun. Like, we traded bracelets with kids, and there was always Taylor Swift playing, and I'd never seen so much sparkle in my life. It was really fun, and it was a cute memory that I got to share with my sisters, even though we didn't see the show at that time. Like, it was still fun.
In hindsight, it was a fun time, especially that you got to see the show. You know, like, I'm glad you got to have that too. Like, I dyed my hair red in November.
It's so cute.
That was fun. I have like 4 other things for November, so I don't know if you want to go back and forth or if you have more.
See. I don't have too many. You know, it was Thanksgiving, and I watched the dog show, and my mom and I made a lot of food.
Love it. My birthday was in November. I turned 32.
Woo!
My foster care journey started and ended as soon as it started in November, but you can hear about that on our episode.
On our last episode.
Let's see what else. But everything was okay after that because Wicked came out and changed my
That's so life. Fair. That's so fair. I watched it right after Thanksgiving.
Went to the Wicked movie the day after my birthday, bawled my eyes out, and it was amazing. And it, like, healed me from what I was going through at the time. And I feel like there was one other thing, but I'm missing it. But I guess that is pretty much the gist.
Yeah. And then December, I mean, so far, right, like, nothing I don't think already mentioned. Saw the Eras tour, like I had said earlier before, in Vancouver, which was a wild, wild time.
Yes.
And amazing. I was just visiting family in Puerto Rico last week, and that was really nice. And I got bitten by mosquitoes, and my ankles got swollen. So I
that
went
was not
to
fun.
The ER afterwards. Yeah. So that was less fun.
Yeah.
I'm still recovering from that, but you know, in general, still I would consider the trip a win. But
it was a good trip. It was
really a good
fun.
trip.
Yeah,
it was fun. And fun. Christmas is next week, which is insane to me because I feel like I'm ready, but regarding my gifts, but I just can't believe that it's already next week.
I feel that. I know. I feel the
what
same.
What are your year-end plans at a glance?
Well, I didn't say my December.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no,
wow.
Fine. I really didn't do
so sorry.
Much. I didn't do too much. I was supposed to run a 5K. I got sick. That was sad.
Boo.
I went to like a Grinch story time with my nephews, which was cute. I did my little Christmas thing with my friend Ashley that we do. We went to like a light show. We drove through this thing called Starry Nights. So anyway, I've just been doing some like Christmassy things. But sorry, what was so that's pretty much it. It's not very exciting. But what was your
No, but I like it.
What was your question?
It's cozy.
Yes.
What are your year-end plans at a
year-end plans? Christmas here with my family, not traveling anymore this year, which is kind of nice. And not too much. Going to keep it low key. I usually always keep it low key for New Year's, but I get excited to do the vision board and to record our episode together. So really looking forward to that. And honestly, just, I don't think I have too many more plans. Going to get my hair dyed red because it's fading and it's going to be great. Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, our Christmas will be pretty low key too. It's mostly just me and my parents. We might see some family friends as well. But yeah, FaceTime with my brother while they're at their in-laws, and we'll do our little like gift exchange on FaceTime kind of deal. But yeah, I think doing a little self-care at the end of the year. My mom and I were planning to maybe get a massage before the year is over, or get like our nails done perhaps.
Sounds lovely.
Last year after Christmas, we my parents and I went to a little cabin for just a night. Mm-hmm. And it was a super nice, very needed away time where like most of what I did was sit and read. And it was really, really lovely. So I'm very excited that we may try to do that again. I'm not super sure. But, you know, just kind of in that like self-care, getting ready for the year to start. I have a friend that might have a New Year's party, but we shall see. Otherwise, like, what will happen for NYE. But I think it'll be a little nice end to December. I am not traveling at the end of the year. So that should be good to prepare for the new year and print out my new vision board pictures.
Oh, heck yes. Gotta do that. Can't wait. You gotta stay tuned for the next ep, guys. It's
gotta
gonna be
stay
a fun
tuned.
time. That is when we will talk about all of our 2025 goals, and you don't want to miss it because we have some exciting stuff in the works, okay?
We have an exciting stuff and fun announcements.
We love a goal, and you have the more fun announcements, but it's fun for all of us, really. And
it's fun for the whole family.
We may or may not, wink, wink, be seeing each other fairly soon as well. So that will be really fun.
That isn't the announcement, but it is exciting.
No. Yeah, that's not the announcement, but it's just an extra.
But I can't wait. But I can't wait.
Oh, literally gonna cry. I can't barely think about it.
Oh my.
So yeah.
Okay. Wait. Is this the time that we have another message from our sponsor, Ira?
Oh, I believe it is, Cass. Thank you for the reminder.
Oh my gosh.
Well, you heard us talking about Ira at the top of the episode and how the new free offer at Walmart means you can connect with a visual interpreter while shopping anytime.
It's been really useful for blind and low vision Walmart shoppers during the holiday season. Beyond the holiday rush, Ira is a great tool to have in your toolkit for everyday shopping, from placing large orders to selecting sporting equipment to making sure you get all of your supplies for a baking project. Ira has you covered.
I know you could use them for your baking, Cass.
Oh, I know I could.
Shop on your own terms. To get started, just download the app in the Apple app or Google Play Store. Tap a button and connect with a professional visual interpreter.
Thank you again, Ira.
Yes, thank you again, Ira. And it's a great little Christmas Eve ad because we hope you might be doing your Boxing Day shopping where everything is usually on sale after Christmas. Or you might have some Christmas money you got. Maybe you got some money for Christmas that you want to spend. Who knows?
You've been saving up for that thing. You know that thing.
Yeah, you know that thing you're saving up for. You might want to do some post-holiday baking like Cass will be for sure.
That's so true. What are you going to take to NYE? And it better be lemon bars.
You better. NYE comes so fast after Christmas. It's like you turn around, it's there. So
I know. Yeah. And like, what else are you going to do during like the Christmas slump where like that week between Christmas and New Year's that you do nothing and you sit and rot? Like what else are you gonna do but shop?
Nothing else. So yeah, please check out Ira and thank you so much to them again. And I think we're wrapping up here.
Oh my gosh. Merry actually
Christmas.
Guys, Merry Christmas if you celebrate, but Happy New Year.
Yes,
because we will be talking to you guys after the new year.
After the new year, but it'll be, shortly. We will be there in the new year, but...
We will be there.
We will be there. Don't worry about it.
Don't you fret and don't you fear.
Fret.
But it's wild that, this episode comes out and it is the last one. So, for 2024. So... Yeah. Happy 2024. Thank you for listening to Rare with Flair, even if this is the only episode you heard. Oh my gosh. No. So I don't know if this shows up on different podcasting platforms. I'm the one who posts the episodes. So I put a season and episode on every episode, on every episode we put out.
Yeah.
And, considering 2020 I do it by a calendar year. So 2020 was season 1 and next year will be season 6.
Season 6
of our show. This is the 6th calendar year that we have been producing episodes.
No. No. What? No.
I know.
No.
I know. It's
6
crazy.
calendar years?
6 individual calendar years. I mean, that is, to clarify, we have had the show for over 4, actual.
Like we'll have our 5th anniversary in the summer of the show.
Right.
But 6 calendar years.
But
that is crazy.
We have posted during 6 different calendar years.
Absolutely bonkers. But
we're old, Casey.
Oh, well, don't remind me. Yes.
We're old hat. But we're glad that you guys are here.
Yeah, we're not old. We're just old hat.
No. We're still young, guys.
We're just seasoned professionals at this
point.
We're
veterans.
We're veterans of the podcasting space. Like, we know what we're doing. We don't have as many tech issues as we used to.
Right.
We sometimes
Oh my gosh.
but not as much.
They still happen, guys.
They still happen. But we've been good lately, so we're not going to say that,
But 2024 has been good to us. I think that's the summary of this episode. There have been some rough years, and you can even hear our recap of 2022. That was not a great year, especially for me. Like, it had its highs and it had its lows. It was rough.
Ooh, it was rough.
But you know what? We gotta appreciate, because you never know at the start of the year what the new year is gonna be like.
No.
But we gotta take a moment and appreciate that 2024 has been good to us.
Ish.
And I'm so, yeah.
Ish.
I think it's been better to me than to you.
It was rough to me in a few spots, but then it was really a lot of growth, which I needed. So that was good
too.
Yeah.
True.
It was the good kind of hurt. It was the pain that feels good.
I'm proud of us, though, and I hope that even if 2024 hasn't been good for you guys, that you're looking forward to a fresh start.
Yeah, absolutely. And there have been, I was kind of being funny, there's been a lot of great moments of this year. It's just been a weird year.
Yeah.
But I've learned a lot, so that's good.
But we will see you.
We will see you.
In 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
Bye!